intros, and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today's video is very kindly sponsored by Yvette Sports. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 vegan meal ideas that are great for weight loss because they are not that high in calories, but they're packed full of flavor and they are inspired by Korean food because you guys know I'm Korean. I love Korean food, and I want to show you guys that you can still have really delicious, yummy, flavorful food that is still healthy and doesn't necessarily pack in a ton of calories. So that is the goal for today, and yeah, let's just get started with recipe number 1. Alright guys, so the first recipe is going to be inspired by Korean street food. So there is something called Korean street toast. I actually have a recipe for a vegan version of Korean street toast in my Everyday Asian Recipes ebook, but today I wanted to make something that's lower in calories, that's still healthy, and it's not as like fattening because there's a lot of fat and sugar involved in Korean street toast. So I want to make kind of like a healthy version that is still tasty. So here we go. So first I'm gonna heat up a pan, okay? So one of my tricks is to use as little oil as I possibly can. Sometimes I use like no oil, but I sometimes use just like a little spray of oil. So I've added some oil into the pan, and one of the, I guess, qualities of Korean street toast is that they use like cabbage, and they cook cabbage and egg and all this other stuff together. And so I'm gonna actually just do a little hack, which makes it easier. You can use coleslaw, but I have kale slaw, which is like a mixture of cabbage, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, all kind of stuff. I'm just gonna do like a, you know, generous amount, maybe a cup or so. I'm also gonna add in just a little bit of onions, just a very small amount, maybe like a 1/4 cup of onions. Then we put a little bit of salt. So in the meantime, you can prep your tofu. So I'm just going to cut up a package of extra firm tofu. There we go. So we have that ready. Just gonna take it off the heat. I'm just gonna put it into a bowl. And now we're back to the heat. We're gonna add just another little bit of oil. And we're gonna crumble up the tofu. So basically what I wanna do is make kind of like a open-faced sandwich instead of having like, cause the Korean street toast is like a sandwich. While that's cooking up, let's season our little kale slaw mixture. To season, I'm just adding ketchup, maybe about a tablespoon of ketchup. Next, I'm gonna add some mustard, maybe like half a tablespoon of mustard. Let's mix this. Also kind of like a lazy version of this as well. All right, now we're back to the pan. And then I'm just gonna add in, you guys guessed it, my scrambled tofu seasoning. I'm just gonna add this deliciousness on here. You can add as much or as little as you want. I just added about half a tablespoon or so. You know what, I wanna do something. I'm gonna add just a little bit of ketchup into the scrambled tofu. I feel like it's gonna be extra tasty. When in doubt, add ketchup. I'm gonna put this in another plate. And then I'm gonna take a piece of bread and we're just gonna lightly toast it. So I'm gonna just take the kale slaw mix. We're just going to place that on top. And then I'm just gonna place that lovely scrambled tofu. And then I'm gonna top with some more ketchup. This part is optional, but just a little more ketchup. A little more mustard, okay? Green onion! I mean, doesn't that look gourmet? But yeah, it's basically like scrambled tofu on toast, but slightly different. And of course, you can feel free to add in more of the kale slaw or the coleslaw to make it more like voluminous. That's one of the tricks, is to just add in tons of vegetables to your meals to make it more satisfying and more healthy. But there you go, there is my vegan, slightly healthier version of Korean street toast, open-faced style. I hope you guys try it out. All right guys, let's do a taste test. We're gonna have to try it. It's gonna be messy, okay? Just a warning. All right, let's try it. I love the crunchiness of the kale slaw. Oh my, and the tofu is so flavorful. You guys need to try that scrambled tofu seasoning. Alright guys, so as I mentioned earlier, this video is very kindly sponsored by Yvette Sports, and Yvette Sports is this amazing women's activewear brand, which I'm wearing at this very moment and I am obsessed with. Yes, so I've worked with Yvette Sports a couple times before and I am literally obsessed with all of their activewear, like it is not even a joke, okay? And this new collection I am extra obsessed with because this is their sustainable collection. So this is what they call the Eco Collection. It launched in 2021 and it is made from recycled fishing nets and water water bottles, my friends. Yes, they have actually recycled over 1 million fishing nets and water bottles and did some kind of magic and turned those water bottles and fishing nets into activewear, and beautiful activewear, may I say. I am obsessed. So Yvette's motto is be active, be daring, and be inspired. And they are all about really encouraging women of all shapes, all ages, all sizes to just be active and have a great life and look great while being active. So they have sizes ranging from extra small to 5XL plus. So they are all about being inclusive and just making sure that they have sizes available for everybody. So anyone, no matter what size, can be active and look great wearing their activewear. Another thing I love about Yvette Sports is that their stuff is so affordable, okay? So especially for the quality. So the quality is pretty much comparable to other expensive brands, but it is so much more affordable, which is another reason why it's so great. And not only are their products super affordable, but they're also super highly functional. Their high impact sports bra collection is designed basically to prevent injuries when you're working out, and also really great for when you're running. I always wear their sports bras when I'm running, and you know, it just protects the ladies, if you know what I mean, okay? So they're also designed for, you know, people with bigger chests as well. So if you have a bigger chest, definitely check them out. I don't have a big chest, but you know, it works for me too, okay? So guys, don't forget to check out Yvette Sports. You can actually follow them on Instagram at Yvette Sports _official, and they actually respond to DMs there as well. So if you need any sizing guidance or have any questions, you can just DM them straight on Instagram. And of course, guys, I gotta hook you up with the discount codes, okay? Already these are affordable, but you get an extra 15% off site-wide using my code ROSE15. Or if you spend over $109, you can get 20% off using the code ROSE20. So all of that information will be down below, as well as all of the pieces that I tried on today, all the pieces that you saw. So I hope you guys check them out. Trust me when I say that I am obsessed. Trust me when I say that these products are so high quality and they are so beautiful, and I feel like they're flattering on everybody, so many different people. Here we have outfit number 1. We have this beautiful matching set, and I believe this is my favorite. So we have a beautiful sports bra here. This is the Echo for a Clean Ocean Women's High Support Sports Bra. So this is designed for high impact sports. It holds those ladies up, okay? And it is made from 75% recycled material. And I just love the back detailing on this. It just looks super feminine and beautiful. And with the beautiful bra, we have the Echo for a Clean Ocean Women's Sustainable Bike Shorts. Oh my gosh, who is obsessed with bike shorts? These stay up, you guys. They cinch your waist, they stay up. You can do squats, you can jump, you can do whatever, and they will not budge, okay? Once again, they are designed for high impact sports, and this is once again made of 75% recycled fabric. It's super soft, it keeps your shape. It is beautiful. And here we have outfit number 2. This is Echo for a Green Earth Women's Sustainable High Support Sports Bra. Again, this is designed for high impact sports, and look at that crisscross design in the back. It is beautiful. It cushions the shoulders and highlights your back. And we have wire-free cups to offer enough support for the ladies. And we've got these beautiful leggings here. This is the Sculpt Mesh Running Women's High Support Leggings with Pocket. Once again, of course, these were designed for high impact sports as well. We've got a 4-way stretchy technology that ensures an all direction stretch in movements. You can do squats, you can run, you can do jumping jacks, and they will stay up and keep you looking fabulous. And they also have a beautiful mesh design on the side that will help you keep dry and breathable. And they also have a pocket on the side that's really convenient. You can put your phone in there or little items. And yeah, this is how adorable this outfit is. All right, here is outfit number 3. I have on this beautiful enfold zip front icon women's high support sports bra, once again designed for high impact sports. And can we just talk about how cute this bra is? I mean, this time we have a front zipper, making it really easy to put on and take off. And I am obsessed with this color, and I love the little logo in the bottom as well. And once again, a beautiful crisscross design. This time it's quite simple. And then for the shorts, I'm wearing the enfold high waist women's bike shorts. And once again, these are designed for high impact sports. Of course, as you can see, I'm doing like jumping jacks and squats and high knees and all kinds of crazy things. And they stay up and they still keep you looking fabulous. Okay, so yeah, that is outfit number 3. Those were all of the outfits. Let me know what's your favorite. I think mine's outfit number 1, but I really can't decide now after seeing this footage. So definitely check them out. And yeah, thank you so much to Yvette Sports for sponsoring today's video. Now let's move on to recipe number 2. So for this recipe, I want to make kind of like a cauliflower and quinoa bibimbap. So bibimbap, if you don't know, is Korean mixed rice, and it's basically just rice with a mixture of different kind of stir-fried vegetables. And traditionally it's served with an egg, and then you put a gochujang sauce, which is a Korean spicy sauce, and then you mix everything together. So we're gonna make obviously a vegan version, but also something with more veggies. And instead of rice, we're gonna use quinoa, but of course you can also use rice. But we're also gonna be adding in some cauliflower and using a little bit of cauliflower rice, even though I don't believe in cauliflower rice, but I believe in adding cauliflower in to kind of bulk up a meal, okay? So that's what we're doing, okay? So we're gonna take some cauliflower first, okay? Get a good amount. Just around 2 cups of cauliflower. We're just gonna stick it into a food processor. So we're just gonna throw it in a food processor. So it really takes like 2 seconds. So basically we're just crumbling up the cauliflower. So we got our cauliflower crumbles, okay? Cauliflower rice, whatever you wanna call it. All right, so next I have some carrots. I was gonna cut this like manually, but I decided since we have the food processor out anyways, I'm just gonna grate it using the food processor. See? No need to do knife work. Amazing. So we're also gonna set this aside. I'm just gonna put it on a plate. So next I'm gonna use a zucchini. Zucchinis are very good for, you know, adding a ton of volume to your meals without much calories. Zucchinis are really low in calories. You wanna focus on making your meals, like what you can add to your meals rather than what you're taking away, so that you don't feel deprived when you are eating. Next, I'm going to also add some cabbage. I have some purple cabbage here. Cabbage is another great thing that is lower in calories, high volume. You can add it into different things. So we're just gonna chop that again roughly. And then let's just get on the pan here. Let's cook up some veg. Let's just do it separately because we can make it look pretty in the bowl. So I'm just gonna start with carrots. I'm just going to dry fry this. I'm not gonna add any oil. I'm just using a nonstick pan, so no need to add oil, but if you do need to, just add a small amount. You don't need a lot, but you can also cook things without oil. Who knew? I know. Maybe I'm gonna add a little salt. Splash away. Okay, so I think that's good. We're just gonna set this aside. Okay, next, let's do our zucchini. Cook that up. Bibimbap is definitely one of my favorite foods ever. Even before I went vegan, I loved bibimbap. Once again, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt into each layer of vegetable. You can also add some pepper if you want. Maybe I'll add a little pepper. Zucchini is done. Let's set this aside. And now the cabbage. Some people say like some veggies take longer, so for the right texture and consistency, maybe do it separately, but again, like we're on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel. In the meantime, I decided to also add in some mushrooms. All right, let's just choke this. All right, next I have my mushrooms. And then once again, we're gonna add in, oh, I forgot to add some salt to the cabbage. That's fine, I just added it. A little bit of salt on the mushrooms. Again, no oil, but feel free to add a little bit if you need. All right, let's let this cook. Okay guys, next is going to be some spinach. I'm just using baby spinach. Let's do like 2 large handfuls. So once again, this one you have to be very quick, guys, okay? Because this is going to cook very quickly. Now normally when you make bibimbap and the spinach, you would blanch the spinach. But again, we're lazy, we're just gonna use this pan. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And now we can put it together, guys. All right guys, I actually forgot one thing, which is tofu. I wanna add some tofu because we wanna add some protein. That's gonna make this filling. Otherwise, you're just eating vegetables, okay? I'm just gonna cook up a little bit of extra firm tofu. I'm just gonna add, again, a small amount of oil. I just cut it up into small pieces. It's up to you what you wanna do. All right guys, so I've cooked it for a few minutes. And the trick with tofu is you have to be kind of patient and just kind of let it cook until it's nice and golden like so. And I'm actually gonna add a little pinch of kalanamak, which is black salt, which is gonna give this an eggy taste because normally bibimbap Korean people use eggs and I don't use eggs because I don't eat eggs. All right guys, so I think the tofu is done and now we are finally ready to put everything together. So I have actually divided the cauliflower into 2 servings. I feel like this whole thing is great for 2 servings. And then I'm gonna add in the quinoa. So I'm just using about 1 cup of quinoa. This is sprouted quinoa. I think it's actually roasted, which is why the color is like this. And for 2 servings, I'm gonna use 1 cup. So yeah, about half a cup per serving. There we go. So So now you can just put in your veggies and then our carrots. And now we can add our tofu. All right guys, so now we have the bowls assembled. Now of course we gotta add some flavor, okay? So really what we do guys is just add gochujang. This is Korean red chili pepper paste. This is the paste that we use for bibimbap. I like to have quite a bit, so I'm gonna add a nice big spoonful. Especially since this is a big bowl, there's lots of veggies, we wanna add in that delicious flavor. And the next very important thing that I just couldn't leave out, sesame oil. Okay, so this is an oil, so you don't want to use too much, especially if you're watching your calories. A teaspoon or half a teaspoon per, serving. So actually this one is half a teaspoon, but let's do a teaspoon. And then I just like to add a little bit of toasted sesame seeds. This part is totally optional. There we go. So in order to serve it, guys, you need to mix it, okay? And just go wild, okay? Feel free to always add more of the gochujang. I always end up adding a little bit more, so I keep it right beside me. And there you go. That is mixed bibimbap. Now I'm gonna have to try it, okay? I mean, oh my God. Does that not look good? Okay, let's give it a try. It is so good. Oh my God. Last but not least, we are ready for recipe number 3. We are going to be making some kimchi stew. This is going to be more of like a kimchi soup, like a veggie packed kimchi soup. Kimchi, right here, is very healthy. This is Korean fermented cabbage, spicy fermented cabbage. I do have a recipe for this on my YouTube channel, so check it out. And preferably you want to use some extra fermented, extra sour vegan kimchi. So we're gonna start with half an onion. Half an onion into thin slices. Again, for this guys, you can use whatever veggies you want to add. And then another thing I'm gonna use, some mushrooms. So I would say about 2 cups of mushrooms. So we are going to set that aside. All right, next I have 2 heads of baby bok choy. So yeah, we're just gonna slice it like so. Zucchini, once again. Again, zucchinis are amazing. You can slice them however way you want. Okay, so now look at this. Look at how many veggies are going into. Once again, I'm gonna add a tiny amount of oil onto a large wok or a pot. We're gonna add our onion slices here. Eyeball. We're gonna add our vegan kimchi. About 1 cup. You know what? Let's say 2 cups of old vegan kimchi. It's gonna be pungent, guys. Let's add in like a tablespoon of minced garlic, maybe about 3 or 4 cloves of minced garlic. We're gonna add that in. As you can see, it is packed full of veggies. So it's gonna be super filling. So at this point, I am just going to add in, you know what? I don't wanna waste any of this kimchi juice. I wanna say this is 32 ounces. Ooh, I'm so excited. This is the secret ingredient, kelp powder, okay? You don't need to add this, but it's gonna add a really kind of like seafoody flavor to the broth. I'm just gonna add a very tiny amount. Again, this isn't necessary. You could also use like veggie broth if you want to flavor it a little bit more. Use some low sodium veggie broth. I'm just gonna use maybe about a half teaspoon of the kelp powder. We're gonna just mix this. Because the kimchi is quite like acidic, I think, I like to add a little bit of sweetener just to balance out the acidity and it makes it more pleasant. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of coconut sugar. I don't know, half a tablespoon. Again, don't need a lot. Add more if you need, but I'm just gonna start with half a tablespoon. I'm gonna cover this up. Let's let this come to a boil. And then you can adjust flavors once, it starts to come to a boil. Okay, see you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, so let's see what this looks like. It has now come to a boil. Ooh la la. You have a block here of soft tofu. I really like soft tofu in these stews. Anyways, I'm also gonna add in some green onion, maybe about 2 stalks of green onion. You can add more if you'd like. Green onion's always a good idea, so you can add in some soy sauce if you need. Feel free, okay, to add whatever you need to make this taste amazing. So maybe a bit of salt, actually. Salt. Another option is to add some gochugaru. This is Korean red chili pepper flakes or powder, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon, but be careful because this does add more spice. So you could also add a little bit of gochujang if you want more flavor as well. And then of course, the longer you cook this, it's gonna be more flavorful. So I do recommend cooking it for at least 15 minutes or so. It is healing to the soul. I'm gonna add just a tiny splash of soy sauce. Tiny splash. Just mix it, and I think we're done. Like, I think this is good, you know? Let's just give this a try with some tofu. My friends, that's how easy it is to make a healthy, lower calorie kimchi stew or kimchi soup. Hope you guys enjoyed that and hope you try it out. Alright you guys, so that is it for my Korean inspired lower calorie recipes, great for weight loss video. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes. Let me know down below which one you would like to try first. And as always, the written recipes will be in a blog post linked down below, so don't forget to check that out if you want to make any of these. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, guys, do not forget to check out Yvette Sports for their beautiful athletic wear, especially their new sustainable collection. It is so beautiful and I am obsessed. And don't forget to use my codes, of course, for the discounts, Rose15 and Rose20. And of course, follow them on Instagram as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Yvette Sports for sponsoring today's video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!